Hello Year 7. For our percentages lesson today, we are going to be looking at the topic of percentage increase. A percentage increase is where you take a value or a number and you increase it by a specific percentage. We're going to be looking at how we can do this using a mental method, and later on this week we'll also look at how we can do it using a calculator method. So if you want to start by writing today's title and objective down, and I will just read through the instructions on how we are going to do this. So I've said here, to work out a percentage increase, we calculate the percentage and add it onto the original amount. So I am going to be making the assumption that you've had quite a little bit of success in the earlier percentage lessons and you are confident at calculating the percentage of a number. So if we want to increase £30 by 20%, we just have to work out 20% and then add that back on to the £30. Now if I was going to work out 20%, I would probably use two building blocks of 10%. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show a little bit working out. I'm going to show my percentage that I'm calculating, and then I'm going to add it on to the original amount. So I know to find 10% of a number, I have that rule divide by 10. And £30 divided by 10 is £3. So each 10% is worth £3, or collectively that 20% is £6, the 3 and 3 added together. So if I want to increase £30 by 20%, I take my original amount, I take my original 30, I add on my 20%, and my 20% was £6, and so I end up with 30 plus 6, which is £36. So that is the answer to my first example. Okay, so work out the percentage using one of your mental methods and then just add it on to what you started with. So let's have a look at a second question. I've got increase 240 grams by 15%. So I'm going to need to think about how I'm going to make that 15%. And I think I'll use the building blocks of 10%. And I'll also use a 5%. So once again, let's think how we find 10% of a number is divide by 10. So if I want 10% of 240 grams, I'm dividing by 10, and that is 24 grams. Can you now use that answer to work out my 5%? Because remember, 5% is half of 10%, and half of 24 is 12. So altogether now I can see my 15%, and if you need to do some extra working out at the side, fine. My 15% is 36 grams, those two bits added together. So if I'm increasing 240 by 15%, my new answer is 240 plus my 36. Okay, and 240 plus 36 is 276. Don't forget to put units in at the end, so this question was grams. And I will underline that answer. Okay, now sometimes you might come across a little bit more of a worded question. So here is an example. I have the value of a painting. The value of a painting worth £250,000 increases by 30%. Okay, what is its new value? Question mark. Okay, so slightly bigger numbers, but the maths is exactly the same. I need to work out 30%, and then I will be adding it on because it is an increase. So I think to get 30%, I will just keep sticking with my 10% building block. I will need 3 of those. And 10% of that number, divide by 10, is £25,000 or 25 grand. Okay, so each 10% is worth 25,000. Which means altogether this 30%, and I will do a bit of extra working out now this time, is £75,000. Okay, so that is what 30% is worth. That's not my final answer, because remember, to get my final answer, I need to add it back on to the original amount. And if I add that back on, 250,000 plus a further 75 is £325,000. Okay, so there we go. So there's some questions for you to try. If you get a little bit stuck, don't hesitate to get in touch with me on Teams. Remember, you've got the Ask the Teacher chat channel, and you also have the Ask a Student if you want to ask each other. So that's me signing off for the time being. Take care and goodbye.